What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Well, we're going to get into a combination of fight talk and wrestling talk. But before we do, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel. You can get it on Layback TV for all the information to download it on your iPhones and your Androids on the Play Store and the Apple Store, And you can see how you can download it on your Fire Stick. Check them out on laybacktv.com, also on their Instagram, official Layback TV. Now, let's get into some wrestling / fight talk. Whoa! Alright, so let's get into wrestling talk first, okay? A lot of shit to unfold after what happened last week. Not much of wrestling, not much of fight talk. So, we're going to combine the two. Usually we do separate episodes for them, but after the betrayal from the Vision of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman, Seth freaking Rollins is stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship, and there will be a battle royal with a title shot at Saturday night's main event in Salt Lake City against number one contender CM Punk. Now, it was a little weird. Everybody, down to Dominic Mysterio, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, Benta, Kofi Kingston, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, everybody was involved in the Battle Royal. But it looked like, Jimmy was helping Jey after some close moments where Jey could closely get eliminated. Jimmy was helping him out. But when it came down to LA Knight and Jimmy Uso going over the top rope possibly, here comes Jey with no save, complete elimination. And Jey Uso eliminates Dominic Mysterio. Jey Uso is going to Saturday night's main event to face CM Punk for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Aside from Gunther, the only two other, aside from Seth Rollins and Gunther, because this year it's been 4 world champions. Aside from Gunther and Seth Rollins, the other two former world heavyweight champions of this particular title model now is Jey Uso and CM Punk. And we've been seeing a lot of friction between Jey and Punk. And it looks like we might see this go right to the end to see who's going to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. But something, I don't know what it is, but something's telling me Jey might be it. I don't know. Things had to change as Seth Rollins got injured at Crown Jewel, but, let's see. We still got another week of things to unfold before we get to Salt Lake City for Saturday night's main event. Speaking of the Vision and Paul Heyman, to be precise, Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion and wife of former world champion Seth Rollins, runs into Paul Heyman, letting him know on Seth's behalf. Obviously, he knew Paul was gonna betray him. Just surprised that it took 6 months, which is very interesting, because he said he's going to kill everyone that's connected to Paul, but he's going to leave Paul hanging. He won't touch him. Makes me wonder, when is that going to be? Let me see what else. Stephanie Vaquer versus the Women's World Champion and 2025 Crown Jewel Champion Stephanie Vaquer taking on the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. This match was fucking trash. So much miscommunication. I don't know. For two women that are definitely one of the two of the top, I was surprised this was the performance out of both of them. I mean, Stephanie did a drop kick that didn't even touch her. She did a move that almost injured her knee. Like, the last thing we need is Stephanie Vaquer injured. Someone pointed out an interesting fact. Seth freaking Rollins and Naomi were the Money in the Bank, Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank this year. Both cashed in their contracts this past summer for world championships, and they won. Both had to vacate their titles. It's a little weird, you know what I'm saying? And the injury list is fucking atrocious. You know, going down from Gunther to Big E to Rey Mysterio to Seth Rollins to Ivy Nile. No, not Ivy Nile. I'm sorry. Zoe Stark. Yeah, Zoe Stark. It's insane right now. We don't need any more injuries. I'm just saying. Let me see what else we got. Oh, it's just been announced. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre are going to be going at it one more time at Saturday night's main event for the undisputed WWE title. Why do I feel like not only we're going to get a new world champion, we're going to get a new WWE champion? That's an interesting take. I don't know. We still got time to see how this unfolds. But before we're done with wrestling talk, super congratulations goes to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, the new World Tag Team Champions. That was a hell of a match. Shout out to AJ. He made it official not too long ago. 2026, he will be officially retiring. How he goes on this retirement it's a question mark. You know what I'm saying? I hope somewhere in this retirement, he doesn't need no more WWE titles. He's been tag champ. He's been Intercontinental champ. He's been US champ. He's been WWE champ. He's a Grand Slam champion. I feel like you can't sign off AJ Styles until another TNA championship is, he's got the new belt. And eventually a Hall of Fame. AJ Styles is one of few who deserves not only a TNA Hall of Fame induction, but a WWE Hall of Fame induction. He deserves it. So that's all we got for wrestling talk. Let's get into fight talk, because this Saturday it's going down. UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi. Yes, sir. It's going down. And I'm only going to be talking about the fights that I am interested in. So it's going to go down as the last few on the ESPN app. December will be their final pay-per-view on the ESPN Plus app before they go start off at Paramount Plus. And let's go. We're going to go from opener all the way to the main event. We got Alexander Volkov taking on Almeida. And this is our segment, Who You Got, for this Saturday. If y'all believe me, cool. If you don't, it is what it is. But he's going to be who I'm picking. I got Almeida for the win. Even KO for that matter. I think he takes out Volkov. And he might be next in line for the heavyweight championship. I think they should get the ball rolling with the heavyweight title. Like, the heavyweight title hasn't been officially defended without interim bullshit in God knows how long. Probably the day John Jones beat Saragon. So I think the winner of Volkov and Almeida should take on the winner of Aspinall and Gunn. But I got Almeida. We got Umar Nurmagomedov coming back strong to take on Mario Batista. I think if Mario Batista is going to pull that bullshit like he did with Jose Aldo, boring the fuck out of everybody, hell, I think Umar takes it. With a good game plan, I think Umar Nurmagomedov should be able to take it via submission, in my opinion. Co-main event, we got Vernov taking on Mackenzie Dern Strawweight Championship. This is a rematch from a few years ago during the pandemic. Mackenzie Dern pulled it off with the decision. This is Mackenzie's second chance at a strawweight title. Zhang Wei Li moved up to flyweight to face Valentina Shevchenko next month. So the title's vacant. I feel like if Mackenzie Dern did not learn from her last fight, that was for the title, she needs to learn this time. Don't get overconfident. Verna could come back and beat you. But I got Mackenzie Dern. UFC, just like me, are hoping Mackenzie Dern is the new UFC strawweight champion. And in the main event, we got Tom Aspinall, official UFC heavyweight champion, making his official title defense of the undisputed title against former interim heavyweight champion Ciryl Gane. I've been going back and forth with a lot of people with this one because they've been out since last year, both of them. And Ciryl didn't have the best outing. Aspinall did with his fight against Curtis Blaydes. Obviously we already know what the bullshit that he's been waiting for Jon Jones, but it is what it is. I feel like Tom Aspinall's back against a wall because Ciryl Gane's only 2 losses in the UFC are coming from heavyweight championship against Francis Ngannou and a heavyweight championship against Jon Jones. Francis Ngannou was able to out-grapple Gane with a busted leg, 2 for probably, and he lost the decision. And Jon Jones only needed 2 minutes to submit Ciryl Gane. I don't know what Ciryl Gane we're going to get. And Tom Aspinall's back against the wall because, a lot of people are expecting him to do worse to Gane than Jon and Francis put together. He has the tools, but you can't sleep on Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane is one fucking tough son of a bitch. One tough French son of a bitch. I'm going to go where what I actually want, not with my gut, because this is a coin toss of a fight. If Ciryl Gane wins, I don't want to see him against Almeida. I don't even want to see him against Jon Jones at the White House. None of that shit. I want Tom Aspinall to retain the world championship, defend against Almeida, and possibly go on to the White House to fight Jon, if not Alex Pereira. So I got Tom Aspinall retaining the heavyweight title. But those are my picks for the segment Who You Got. That's UFC 321 live from Abu Dhabi. Make sure y'all check it out this Saturday. We will be doing reviews to see what's next week after the event. We hope y'all enjoy the fights. Shit's gonna get crazy. I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. This is the Drop That Podcast. You already know. Subscribe, hit that sub button, get up the hype with the likes, hit up with the comments if you got something to say, or if you disagree. We out of this bitch, alright? Peace.